Why don't you just talk to us about the, just game generally, your overall thoughts and how, how when you guys came back there, closed the gaps about 5 points and then kind of let it slip away.
Yeah, we started slow, which hurt us. Offense, we turned the ball over a couple times, which we can't do, and when you started slow, we really had to claw our way back, which we did, but we kind of left ourselves a big hole. But we just got to clean a lot of things up and get better and get ready for next week.
You hit Richie over the middle 4 or 5 times. Looked like a play they were giving you.
Yeah, I mean, they play a lot of man coverage, one high, and so we really like Gio on one-on-one matchups. He's a really tough matchup. He's fast and he's big, so he's tough to guard in one-on-one.
Just talk to us a little bit about your thoughts on the game here.
We came out, we thought he had a good game plan. It just came down to us executing. We didn't do that well tonight. A lot of missed tackles, a lot of MAs. Something that we got to go back into the lab and fix. So.
Was there any pregame excitement coming into a dome? Coaches coached here in the past. You guys, think about the noise.
No, we were focused on the game. We were focused on us. It's a cool place, but that's not what we came here for. We came here to win. So.
All right. What do you think you need to do to prepare for next week? What's the focus of practice this week?
Focus on tackling. We missed a lot of tackles today, and just focus in on doing our 111th. We have to focus on everybody's job because safety, what the D-line do affects the linebackers, what the linebackers do affect the safeties. So we just have to focus in on our job and be better.
All right. Obviously really disappointed through all the turnovers, and we dropped a punt. At halftime we were in the game. Our guys were hanging, and by the end of the third quarter it was a game. And that was the goal, is to stay in it late and make it play out in the last couple drives. Offense, I thought, had 2 or 3 opportunities to score to take the lead, and we didn't. And that's the most frustrating thing. We moved the ball, which I was proud of. I thought Bellamy had a good game. We got to be better on 4th and short. Those 4th downs, I think we're 1 of 5 on 4th downs, which some of those were desperation ones, but I think we're probably 1 of 2 in the main situations of the game. I feel bad that you drop a punt and we give them the ball on the 20-yard line and you put your defense in a terrible situation. But they continued to fight, and we overcame a lot. We just have to not put so many things in front of us to overcome. And John was getting hit a lot. We got to get better at protection. He was a little bit on his back foot late. He missed a couple throws that he doesn't miss. He's on the wrong side of the field one time, which he'll be harder on himself than any of us can ever be on him. But we fought, and I'm proud of that. But it hurts when you're in a game and you don't finish in the fourth quarter, and it's something that we have to get better at, and we got to lick our wounds quick. We got to get healthy. We had some guys banged up. I don't have any report on D or Borski or Trey or Bellamy. We'll find out soon how they're doing. And we got to lick our wounds quick because we got Central Michigan next. So that's gonna be coming fast. So we're gonna have to fail fast, watch the film, figure out how we let it get away late in the third quarter, early in the fourth, and make corrections and move on.
Yeah. So following up on the injuries just slightly, you lose arguably your best defensive player in the third play of the game. I know that hurts.
Yeah, he's a difference maker, and. We told him when we moved him we were going to use him on offense, and we're actually planning on using him a lot. When you're up 21 or down 21 in the first quarter in your first 3 games, we haven't really used him as much as we plan on moving forward, and we were going to use him a lot today. He made a great move he caught one on the first down, and then I forget what happened on third down. He hit a long one, fell on his shoulder. I don't know the exact injury, but he looks pretty painful for him. He's a tough kid. And then it hurts us offensively because we lose a speed demon, but it hurts the defense more. He's taking all the number 1 reps at corner and against a spread team that's coming, fast at you. And Lupro had to go, and he got beat over the top a couple times that he's got to get better at, But yeah, so when you have a two-way player, it's awesome. But when you lose a two-way player, it hurts both sides, So it's a double-edged sword, I guess.
Talk to us just a little bit about sloppy play. A lot of turnovers.
Yeah, I mean the drop punt, you know, I got him. He has to have confidence, you know, and I wish he would have just fallen on it. You know, it was behind him. He couldn't quite find the ball. Bellamy reaching for the goal line. You're not supposed to do that. You know, we let him reach for the pylon if you're by the pylon, but never for the goal line. And that thing slipped out. And then John, you know, John dropped the one. That's a tough one. I mean, the guy slapped it right out of his hand. But you know, and these are all after we've driven the ball 50, 60 yards on them. You know, and when it's Bells and when it's John, I mean, those guys. You know, those guys are our best players, you know, and we need them to play great in games like this to win a game like this, you know. And so we got to make sure that last one, John thought the safety, or that Mixon was going to go across the safety's face. I asked him, did you see him? He's like, oh, I knew exactly. I just thought he was going to cross his face, you know, and he took it skinny. And so that was a frustrating one. But that's I think the two frustrating ones was the one by the goal line, because that changed points. I mean, that would have changed the game completely, and we worked our way all the way down there, and Bells doesn't fumble much. You know, I tried to keep him positive, and he came back and he answered the call. I mean, he was like a new man after that. You know, he ripped one off with two shoes, and then he ripped one off with one shoe, and so I was proud of the way he responded to his mistake that he made early on. You know.
So with respect to that, what do you think you're focused on in practice to prep for next week?
Well, it depends what the film looks like. You know what I mean? Offensively, we need to look at short yardage. You know, I think I know what happened on one of them. As far as just the call, the center's call. You know, I don't think he ID'd the right guy, which makes it tougher when you're running. It's a play we ran very successfully today, so we went back to the one that's given us the most bang for our buck. And going for it is easy because the book tells us when to go, when not to go. You know, but yeah, we got to be able to convert a 4th and short. You know, and John, I've been there. I know when you get hit, you know, you end up throwing off your back foot and you're not as accurate as you normally are, you know. So I was talking to him through that as he went, you know. And but the film's going to tell us exactly where the weaknesses are and where John could have been more aggressive, where it could have been safer. I mean, we roll a 5.57, which is a pretty good day, but you got to hold on to the ball, you know. And you know, when you have 5.57, 33 points ain't enough. You know, and so when we need to score 53, if they score 52, we got to score 53. That's an offensive mentality. That's always going to be. If they score 7, we got to score 8. You know, so we're gonna get back to work, watch the film. That's the biggest thing. Is I want to see where John's eyes were on a couple plays and talk to him about what he was seeing. He's such a smart kid that he can think his way through a game. He got us in and out of some really good and bad calls today. We made a bad call. He'd get us into a better one. You know, but. I thought in the third quarter, you know, he did a great job in the run game. We started pushing him a little bit, which is hard. That defensive front's pretty good, you know. And we got some push in the third quarter and started running the ball, and Bells got going. And we just needed to get the passing game in the second half going. I didn't feel like it had any life in the second half.